Hey, y'all, happy Thanksgiving! Come on in, it's great to see you.
Have some coffee with us and Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Thanksgiving morning.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
And y'all, come on in. We're so glad to see you. Thank you for being here on Thanksgiving. And if you happen to be here during the live premiere, come on in the chat and have some coffee with the Whiff Pack. An awesome group of folks from all over the world hanging out. They'd love to meet you too, especially today.
They would. And for our mention today, we actually have 3. So for our first mention today, this lovely box just came in the mail from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, and we wanted to open it with you. Our Vector box is here.
Yeah, y'all, my mama passed away on Mother's Day this year, and Douglas and Fran reached out and asked if they could do something special when they found out that we were shooting the Vector episode in her honor, Vicks Vapor Rub Mama's. So they released a special set of Vector in Mama's honor for 1 week only, and we got a ton of Shave of the Day pictures from the Whiff Pack and from all y'all. Thank you so much for doing that. That meant the world to us, and Douglas and Fran sent out a second set, and I wasn't sure why, and I haven't seen it yet, but I found out why, because Douglas and Fran did a very special label just for my mama, and this is the first time I've seen it. Let's see here. This is the hollow label.
It is a hollow label.
Oh, and it says...
It says... The Barbershop Duet Edition.
Y'all, Douglas,
oh
Fran, and Huxley, thank you for this. My mama would have called this a legit kick in the pants. She would have loved this, and I will always treasure this. Thank you. Not too many people in my real life did too many things for Mama, but this wet shaving world sure stepped it up. And I treasure all of these little things like this that help us know we're not alone in these awful moments. And hey, to remember all mamas, what better scent than Vicks Vapor Rub? Thank you to the 40 or 50 of you that picked this up because the hollow labels are gone.
They are.
So y'all, thank you for honoring my mama and picking this up. And what is our second mention today?
We have the Lone Star Razor that was sent to us by Barry Bedford and Doug Lane.
Yeah, y'all, Doug wanted to get us an early wedding present, and he reached out to Barry to see if they had any more of these available, and Barry said, I already set one aside for Marcus and Sarah. You two,
sweet.
Not only were we so honored to receive this absolutely gorgeous razor, but I FaceTimed Barry and Doug when I first shaved with it. Y'all, what you're about to hear is 100% accurate. There is magic in this razor, and to introduce it, please welcome into the barbershop, Barry Bedford, a Texan Shaves.
Howdy, Barbershop Duet. This is Barry from A Texan Shaves. First and foremost, thank you so much for allowing me on your show to introduce this razor to you. Doug Lane and I were so happy to be able to get this razor into your hands, considered an early wedding gift. This razor was born from an idea, formed by a craftsman and forged into reality. Of course, we're talking about the Lone Star. Now, this began August 8th, at 5:49 a.m., I reached out to Steve Tinter of Alpha Shaving Works with an idea. I wanted a one-off custom razor that was branded to my channel, Texan Shaves, themed of the Lone Star, the Texas flag. So the blue handle, the Lone Star at the bottom, the red base plate, and since you can't anodize white on metal, the silver top cap. This was a wonderful journey. Steve is a stellar gentleman to work with, and an amazing experience to design and produce this razor. It was incredible. So a little bit about it. It's a 0.9 gap. It has a 90 millimeter length handle, 15 millimeters in diameter. And it is a fantastic shave if you don't already know. You know what? Come here. Let me tell you something. Come on in. Steve Tinter is a wizard. And I'm not talking J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter wizard. I'm talking Jim Butcher's Harry Blackthorn Copperfield Dresden wizard. I have a text from him the first time he shaved with the Lone Star saying there is magic in this razor. I believe him, and I think you will too. I'm looking forward to your thoughts on this razor, both of you. And as always, find your peace in what order you can, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
So you two, thank you so much for this. I have shaved with nothing but this ever since I got it, and I can only shave every other day because it is way too efficient. It's amazing, and I love it. And what is our last mention today?
Our last mention is in gratitude from DJ and his family. They sent us Irish coffee so we could have some Thanksgiving coffee with you.
Yeah, I got the full set from PAA, and we are so excited. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all. So from the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
This was dropped back at St. Patrick's Day, so kind of in the theme of that. But once again, folks, we find ourselves re-releasing yet another, quote, gem from the past, Irish coffee. This has been a heavily requested lost classic for years, and we are super excited to find the time to bring it back. I hope you all enjoy the new label art. So it's to you fine folk and shave cadets, we raise our mug of Irish coffee.
And y'all, we saved this. DJ sent it to us not long after St. Patrick's Day, but we knew this would be a perfect way to spend the morning with all of you on this very special Thanksgiving Day. So y'all, let's let this one out of the box. This is how it comes from DJ and
Been waiting on the piano.
All right, let's see. Oh, y'all! DJ sent us a very special holo label! Look at that, y'all! He got one of the first 50 sets. I love it. And there is the splash. Let's see what it looks like.
Get it out.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look. I love the flag. It's an Irish
It
flag.
really is. And there's a little shamrock.
Wow.
It's booby trap.
Oh, okay. There it is. Look at that.
Look it.
All right, here we go, y'all. Perfect Irish friends, and we have kissed our Blarney Stone, so let's have our first impression. Being a gentleman, I'm going to offer you the first cup of coffee. All right,
thank you.
Take it in, see what you
We're
get.
all going to feel a little Irish after this.
Ooh, I'm
fancy
excited
day.
because I don't know if this is just coffee. I don't know if this is Irish coffee. I don't know if there's other things
Right?
in there swirling around. Who
Usually
knows?
at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, there are other secrets in the well.
Yeah,
so
we'll see. I would be surprised if this is just straight up.
Right,
coffee,
I
so.
didn't read the set notes.
I didn't either.
It's called Irish coffee. That's what we're going off of here.
All right, take
It's a
it in.
hollow label.
I know.
Okay, let's see. Oh, it's a darker pour.
Oh,
so
maybe
that
some
means
vanilla.
something
Let me see.
sweet's happening here.
Oh, there's vanilla in there. Okay, so
Ooh,
this
I
is
already
not
got a
just
whiff.
going to be
Stay back
regular
there.
coffee. Oh, I'm staying back. Okay, all right,
Okay.
take it in.
Let's see.
Yeah? What do you get?
Oh, there's
Yeah?
there's a lot of like it fits this holiday really well.
Oh,
There's good
nice.
textures in this actually.
What textures.
It's the perfect amount of sweet,
Right.
and then it's mixed with something a little more boozy. It's not chocolate at all, but my visual is that like brown creamy, like if you were to look at a hot chocolate, like that kind of aesthetic
So
is what I'm getting.
It is an Irish coffee. You get whiskey in there a little bit?
Yeah, but not. It's more the sweet turned, at least out of the soap here.
Right.
The sweet is a little more turned up
Nice.
than the whiskey. So
Gotcha.
we may see when we lather that they might,
right.
flip that. But it's more family friendly here. Like I don't think you'd smell the alcohol on your breath.
Gotcha.
Taking a whiff of this immediately.
Nice.
Where sometimes it's more of the whiskey, a little less.
Right.
But I get like a hazelnutty vibe coming through.
Whoa,
something in the middle.
Nice.
That is, it must be how they're meeting.
Right,
Like
right.
there's something about where the Irish and the coffee are actually coming together.
My favorite coffee at Phil's is Filtered Soul, which has some hazelnut in
It's
there.
true.
it
And
makes
so
perfect
there's
sense to
something,
me.
I think every whiff I get more cream at the end.
Ooh.
But I think what I'm getting overall, if you took Irish coffee and turned it into a candy, like those candies that have the mint
Right.
and the like chocolate in there.
Right.
Like I feel like if this could just be put into little edible candies, like it's in that gourmandy lane somehow.
If you can go to our favorite saltwater taffy place, they can make a saltwater taffy taste like anything, and it gives it that beautiful sort of subtle candied vibe.
Mm-hmm.
They even have chicken and waffles. Y'all.
But that's what I'm getting overall from here. Like, my brain can't decide if I want to take a sip or if I want to take a bite. Like, it's just that enjoyable. Like,
Nice.
I almost feel like we'd want this in sort of like a candle version because
Right.
I don't want it to run away. Like, I want to enjoy this all day and be
Love
cozy,
it. Now, let's talk about the coffee, because I do have it on good authority from Frances herself that coffee is tricky to
True.
do in a soap. Is it a little bit bitter? Is it a little bit dark? What do you get from the coffee?
it's funny because my brain got that image of like a hot chocolate kind of creamy vibe originally.
Nice.
So I think the coffee in here is turned up just the right amount
Right.
to know that it's there, but it's not pulling the other stuff less sweet or creating that bitter effect.
Right, so the bitter's been shaved off a little bit.
I'm getting more the aroma of that, if that makes sense.
Right.
So I think that's where like the lactonic creamy into the coffee are just consistently dancing back and forth.
Right.
They're there, but it's not enough that I can really pull one away from the other.
Ooh, all right, I need to know what this is all about.
I
Let me take
want
this
it.
in for a second. All right, here we go.
Thank you, DJ. This is wonderful. I have to say.
I'm excited. All right, the Irish coffee.
Does he want a sip or a bite?
Wow.
It's complex. It's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all, I bring you glad tidings of great joy. I was kind of afraid this was going to be super coffee forward because I have coffee every morning. I'm very familiar with it. I do not get to have Irish coffee very often. It's got cream. It's got a candied liqueur. It's got all kinds of stuff in there. And I am so happy that all of that other stuff that makes it glorious is what's coming forward first, and the coffee is underneath all of it. So imagine if somebody just made you an Irish coffee and it's got a big old head of whipped cream on it and you smell it. You're not going to get the coffee first. You're going to get the whiskey. You're going to get the whipped cream. You're going to get the spices. You're going to get the sweets. All of that first. That's what this whiff is. And then if you blow on it and you push away the whipped cream, you can smell the coffee more. But that's not what this is. This is that first scent off the actual Irish coffee. So you're getting mostly the rest of the personality without the coffee.
Which I thoroughly enjoy. Yeah.
Last.
Because we get coffee all the time. This is
Right.
a special treat.
Wow. It's a little tricky to even find the coffee.
Yes.
That's how good the rest of these things are that are swirling around in this. And y'all, isn't that the goal? Because from the time I was 12 and started actually drinking coffee, I put so much sugar and cream in there, it's hardly recognizable anymore anyway. So this is right up my alley because this is how I like coffee. I think that's the entire reason Starbucks was invented. To turn our coffee into a milkshake. And everybody knows it. Oh, this is just fabulous.
Smell for the hazelnut. I'm curious if I'm crazy, but do you get something that could be in that genre?
Yes, and I'm not sure how it's being done. It's something between the coffee and the brown sugar. I don't think it's technically a hazelnut, but I wouldn't put it past them. But it's something that's definitely creating that.
Right. Unless that's like the Irish cream side.
Right.
It's in there.
It's almost like a chocolate that you'd find in like a spumoni. It's that kind of a hint to it, but just a hint. And I don't think there's like a chocolate proper in this, but all of those beautiful spices are hinting at that.
Right. So if you're somebody that likes more of the hot chocolate kind of vibes, like the sweeter drinks, this falls into that lane, like a gourmandy drink.
I love it because this is why you go to Irish coffee. This is why you just don't drink a coffee black like Back to the Future. This is everything fabulous about St. Patrick's Day and Irish coffee, and I need to see the set notes. Back to the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Okay, so I see that coffee is the first set note listed. So we're going to read these backwards, y'all. So starting at the end, we have
Irish whiskey.
Fabulous. And it is a little bit of a sense of it. It's a character of it.
Yes.
It is not the full, like, alcohol. We do have an Irish whiskey where I asked him, how'd you get that fabulous whiskey quality? It's like burning my nose. And he goes, whiskey? I just poured actual whiskey into the soap. This is different. This is a scent note, and it's fabulous because it's more spicy and sweet than it is like an alcohol note, right?
And then this next one, strap in, y'all. A dash of butterscotch. Not caramel, butterscotch.
Boom. That's what we're looking at here.
Yup.
100%. And that is what's giving it its charm. Y'all, that's the binder. I don't know if there's a name for that in like the perfuming world, but what is the doorman between the top notes, the middle notes, and the base notes is that butterscotch. And I love how prominent it is.
That's why I wanted a bite. I think that was the one in there that I was like, I think I want to put that in my mouth.
And then benzoin, this beautiful resinous scent. And I love that little bit of vanilla-ish. And then leading into
actual vanilla. There you go.
Beautiful. And then backing up, cream liqueur. So let's have a grown-up conversation. This was originally a soap that was homage to CDB, Chris Bailey on YouTube. And Bailey's Irish Cream was kind of the little homage that was used. So it was called Bailey's Irish Cream.
Got it.
But here's the thing, and here's the question that I've had from the community and from the Whiff Pack.
Right.
Does this smell like Bailey's? No. I think if somebody had to reinvent a liqueur to go in an Irish coffee that didn't have that smooth, milky top Bailey's scent to it, this doesn't at all. But hear my face. This is definitively a fabulous liqueur that you would mix with cream, heat up, and top Irish coffee with, without it being Bailey's. It's almost like they've done the impossible. They've made something better than Bailey's
I
to
would
put
say you're
on
right.
an Irish
Yeah,
coffee.
I'm
Maybe
with
it's
you.
only possible in the soap world. Maybe you couldn't make something actual gourmand that smells like this, but they should try.
They should.
This is fabulous. And then finally, our last set.
Then the coffee. So we've deemed that this is the order we think it should be announced.
So this is the automat. This is coffee with cream, whether you want it or not, and then it goes on from there. Woo! Yo, what a fabulous creation. We need to build a lather because we don't have any whipped cream.
This is our lovely Starcraft brush from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, one of our newer additions to the den from them.
And we thought it awfully fitting to actually build a lather in a coffee mug today
Right?
to show that it can be done. Because some of you might get some shaving soap for Christmas and you may not have a mug readily available. Well, you can use any kind of a mug. I chose this one because it's got the Serenity Prayer on it. Seems fitting for a little barbershop. And I'm going to spray the bottom of this mug with some bougie. We are thankful today for Sean and Julie Smaldridge for this bougie sprayer and for lots of other stuff. And then, oh, you want to do the honors here? All right. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. You're going to
ring our bell here a little.
You can mute this now.
Look, she woke up.
She's deaf. It's okay. And y'all, we never talk about lather here at the Barbershop Duet. But are you kidding me with this? Look at
That
this lather.
worked.
If you have to travel without a lather mug, you're okay.
Don't take a bite of this, though. It's not Cool
Yeah,
Whip
don't
in
drink
the
it.
mug.
Don't
It
pour
is something
coffee
else.
straight in this when you're done. All right, y'all. So this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the coffee in a cardboard cup with on 3, 1, 2. Just smelling a little bit of the mug is kind of awesome because it makes me feel like it's realer.
Yeah, don't take a sip. That would be dangerous.
Oh, I love this.
Okay, so I feel like some of the super sweeter sides over here
Right.
kind of dimmed down a little bit. Like that's more the
Yes.
real like aroma it would come
This
off the cup.
is the whiff I'd get if I was really
Right.
smelling the whipped cream, the homemade whipped cream on top of my Irish coffee. And y'all, when we watch Shave Arcade, we love to see how the lather coats his face. So we don't do shaving, but we thought you might like to see how this Phoenix lather
magic on the
goes
face.
on when made in a coffee mug. Y'all, look at this.
Oh, it
One of my
smells good.
favorite bases of all time. I used it last night. Kane made its first appearance of the season.
Oh, and it does have that little fun tint to it. Like it's pretty white, but it's still a little off
I
white,
know,
which
I
is
love
fun.
that too.
Oh, this is super cozy. I'm glad we waited to open this for Thanksgiving. It really feels like a good cozy morning here.
Cozy's the perfect word. The reason I chose this was actually a song lyric. In the song Sleigh Ride, there's a lyric that says, there's a happiness that nothing in the world can buy when you pass around the coffee and the pumpkin pie, right? So it's that. It's like there's
Sneaky.
just something about the Thanksgiving holidays that when you've got a comfy couch under you and a cup of coffee in your hand and maybe a little slice of pecan pie in front of you, nothing can go wrong.
Or we could be watching a Thanksgiving Day parade, you know?
Right. Oh, we never miss that, y'all. In fact, we might be missing it right now. What time is it? And y'all, I have it on good authority that Sarah herself has danced in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, but we'll tell you about that when we go a little deeper.
So that was my first trip to New York, and I was going to perform in the Thanksgiving Day Parade. And we didn't realize that our studio, like they sent us a video to learn the choreography, and it was through Macy's. Like we were the first thing that started the parade. So we all had to learn our choreography and then show up ready to go. And they had a big hotel lobby that we got to use to rehearse in. And when we got there were like 1,000 dancers. I'm not even kidding. So all I could tell my mom was like, we got the blue scarves. Like there's a lot of us. But fun fact, everyone that learned the choreography, half the people learned it backwards. So our studio had to go help other people and mirror their choreography because they would have been doing it wrong down the street.
Was the example like shot in mirror or something?
So what you're supposed to do when you get a video to learn it, you're supposed to mirror the choreography. The trick that we do is you take, the VHS screen and you flip it to the mirror. So when you learn it, you're learning it correctly. They didn't flip it and they did. So their left arm was doing what the right arm should be doing.
Right.
Rough day. Anyways, we fixed it. It was a great experience, and I have a big red jacket to prove it. Everyone signed it. It was super fun to perform, but you'll see a very little clip of us performing, and they announced the parade, and then, as soon as we get done, we had to jump on the subway and ride it to the end of the parade and dance our ways back to the start.
And I love all the Broadway stuff they do as the parade is making its way down to Macy's at the very beginning, so you can see what new shows are coming and hear a little lip-synced number from each show. It's kind of cool.
That was actually my favorite part. The night before, we did like a little mock dress rehearsal, and you could see all the trailers where all of the important people were clearly hanging out, and we were way in the boonies, but that's okay.
Yeah, you ever seen the footage of Barney eating it on a street light and like collapsing in the middle of the parade? It is awesome. And y'all, if you're looking for a good Thanksgiving movie to watch along with us, maybe Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin and John Candy, a Thanksgiving classic.
Or speaking of the parade, you could watch Miracle on 34th Street with their version of the parade.
I like them both. And y'all, just when you're ready for a second cup, we've got the splash.
It's been warming up over here.
I think we should do this at the same time. So
Okay.
why don't you pour
Plug
me
your
a
nose,
little
Lainey.
here.
No
I'll just
cheating.
take a little reheat. There we go.
Okay.
Perfect. All right.
And me too here.
And on 3, 1, 2. Oh!
Wow. She went
Boozy!
It's so good.
Boozy!
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
the
Are you
whiskey's
getting
a little
that?
more here.
Oh, that is fabulous. Well, it's not like a real whiskey. It doesn't have that like thing that burns your nose. It's like a beautiful perfumer's whiskey
Yeah.
note because it's not like a fake candied whiskey. It's real, but it doesn't have any of the burny qualities that actual alcohol
Right,
would.
but the creamier side, I'm getting more the creamy liqueur here. Not
100%.
Bailey's,
Where is
but
it?
like
I need more.
You need more. He needs seconds already.
Y'all, I am a sucker for lactonics, I think. And
Yeah,
it
it's
is
happening here.
beautiful in this.
But it's diving, like it's bouncing back and forth from the creamy to the liquor, and you just can't decide which one it is. Neither can she.
Y'all, this is incredible. And again, the coffee is the last friend to come in the room.
I'm with you. I really get, I know it's not coffee. I know it's Irish coffee. And I don't know how they're doing that, but it's very clear that it's more for like the fun festive times when you want to grab it.
Irish coffee is to coffee what a chocolate milkshake is to milk. They are not the same animal, y'all. And I love that they went so hard in the Irish coffee direction. We all know what coffee smells like. We've all spilled it in the car. We know on a hot day when you open the door, you can always smell it. It's what you do to coffee that makes it amazing, that makes it charming, that makes it beguiling, that makes it alluring. I'll say it, that makes it a little bit seductive. That's what you're looking at here. And this has all of the charm of a beautiful little cottage sitting over there with a roundish door. And we're going to go in and enjoy a hot meal with some friends. And that's the sense of this.
There's the perfect amount of sweet
Yes.
that just makes you know that this is a sweet treat. It's
Right.
more of a dessert to sit there and enjoy than it is to just chug down some stuff.
Right. And
you know?
maybe not entirely gourmand in this splash. Maybe like 75, 80%. So the rest of it is a cool wearable set.
Yeah, I really feel like if you were just throwing the splash on, if no one knew that you were wearing Irish coffee, like
Right.
it does have that like cozy, charming holiday kind of feel to it.
And think about the Irish. They're a hospitable group of people. If there's anything you need on a cold, rainy night, they'll help you out. Somebody the other day said he did an Irish goodbye, and I was like, what's that? And it's like he just left without telling anybody.
Oh.
You know, if I shaved with sweet pecan, and then I had this as the aftershave.
That's a good day.
Y'all, Yule ham! We've got Yule ham
Complete
Thanksgiving
meal.
up lane so we can have the entire Thanksgiving. Y'all, come
Yeah.
on over. At the very least, popcorn and toast, jelly beans. Come on over.
Yeah.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just have an awesome friend whose name is DJ, who is a friend of the show. And for Thanksgiving, he's going to send you a set of Irish coffee. And that way, you can open the Barbershop Thanksgiving morning so that you can see all your friends from all over the world and make sure that everybody's cozy and happy on this very special day so that we can all get our own. So head over to their website at phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com, or even better, do it by way of the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which lets them know that we sent you, and it gives us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll probably spend on soap so we can make more episodes. It's at no cost to you, and we would be grateful. Let's have a really grown-up conversation because I've had my shave with Irish coffee. And y'all, coffee is what they give you at Sephora in between smells of the EDPs. It is like shaking your Etch-a-Sketch. I don't know if you'd want that much coffee in here. I love that there's not that much coffee in here so that there's room for the whipped cream. There's room for the butterscotch. There's room for the liqueur. And there is plenty of room for the whiskey. The lactonic is amazing. Coffee would have messed this up. And if you've smelled it, you know what I mean. Put it in the comments. What a phenomenal holiday soap this has been. And y'all, I hope you enjoyed the parade over on Fifth Avenue. And thank you for spending this time with us this morning on Thanksgiving. You mean the world to us. And our little barbershop is so grateful that you're here. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Welcome to Messages. Today's Messages is brought to you by Klinger Vocal Studio.
And Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
Both of our studios are having their holiday specials right now. And if you'd ever thought about maybe learning how to sing or getting healthier with Pilates over this virtual platform that we have figured out, why, we are both running our holiday specials at these websites right now, and they make great gifts too, I hear.
They do.
Y'all, I think there are some mysteries and wonders, too, in this label that Douglas has made. There are lines. There's something in the helmet. There's a little message. What does it say?
It says, I think it says, puede verlo? V-E-R-L-O, question mark.
Able to see it?
Maybe.
What's he looking at?
And there's like a cube hidden, and then she's saying, wow, I don't know what she's seeing, but some good.
They can see something. I wonder if there's a name hidden in this somewhere?
We need to deciphering
something. Y'all, there are mysteries and wonders in your Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements labels.
Right.
Hey, y'all, thank you for being here today on our very special Thanksgiving episode. We are so grateful to be able to spend a few minutes with our Whiff Pack. We love you guys, and we so appreciate your support and being here in our little barbershop every week.
It's so nice to have a holiday that we can all be thankful for something in this crazy world, and even just spending time together with you every week in the chats, in the lives, or in the comments. It really is a special time to our week that we get to meet new friends and hang out with other old ones, and I hope that we can find some more friends to hang out with us and continue us the rest of the year.
So mostly, we're just grateful for all of you. Thank you for being here.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You will smell better just watching this.